I got 1, 2. I've got 3 on the phone. You can, and I got my little sister. Put you up here. No.
Oh, it's at the top. Okay.
Shh.
I
Yeah.
walk over here now.
Do you know how we extract crude oil and natural gas from the earth? We blast thousands of gallons of water over 2 miles into the ground to open up reservoirs of natural gas and oil. It shatters the bedrock, allowing the reservoir to be pumped to the surface via a well. My name is Cole Heidelmeyer, and the process that I'm going to be talking to you about today is fracking. Now, what is fracking? According to Merriam-Webster, fracking is the injection of fluid into shale beds at high pressure in order to free up petroleum resources such as oil and natural gas. Basically, fracking is just a method of extraction used for crude oil and natural gas to get it to the surface. Now you might ask yourself how a fracking well is set up. Well, firstly we need to find the reservoir filled with the resources that we want. Usually they start by looking for shale deposits where oil forms more often, both on the surface and below the ground. Once the deposit is found, then the actual drilling can start. A hole is drilled vertically until it reaches the desired depth and makes its way into the shale, protected by a metal casing. Then they begin drilling horizontally into the shale, making a small cracks in the ground where the water can be pumped in. Then the pumping of the water begins. It's a mixture of water, sand, and several chemicals, all ranging in toxicity. The mixture is pushed into all the cracks and crevices, opening them up. Then the water is pumped out and proppants are put in to keep the cracks open. Now the proppants are in, the natural gas and the oil are forced out of the well because of the pressure. Then the resources are stored in a tank until they are transported or used. This whole process can take just a few weeks, and in the end, we get both tons of crude oil and natural gas. Then the well can be closed, and we don't have to worry about drilling in that area again. Fracking is a very effective way of drilling and extraction, but like everything else, it has its positives and negatives. A few positives are the natural gas extracted from fracking is cleaner to use than coal. Natural gas itself releases about 40 to 50% of coal, the emissions than coal, according to YaleClimate.com. At the power plant level, natural gas produces only somewhere between 44 and 50% of the greenhouse gas emissions compared with burning a coal. This is known for certain. It's without question that it burns better and is safer than coal to burn. But not only is it cleaner than natural gas, it also helps us bridge our way towards renewable energy sources. Mark Little, President and Chief Executive for Suncor, explained, "The choice is not between fossil fuels and renewable energy, but how do we accelerate the growth of renewables while reducing greenhouse emissions from the use of fossil fuels?" Also, during a 2014 State of the Union speech, President Barack Obama stated, "Natural gas, if extracted safely, is the bridge fuel that can power our economy with less of the carbon pollution that causes climate change." Being a cleaner way to extract fuel and gases is a great reason why it's such a great method, but unfortunately it does come with its negatives. A big negative that comes with fracking is its water consumption. On average, a well can use up to 20 million gallons of water, and extra for drilling and extraction. Again, from YaleClimate.com, fracking is hugely water intensive. A well can require anywhere from 2 to 20 million gallons of water, with another 25% used for operations such as drilling and extraction. Now that's a lot of water, and it's water that has to be taken out into a treatment center and it can't really be used. On top of that water needs to be transported back and forth, causing damage to infrastructure around the local fracking site. Another problem that comes with fracking is how it affects local geologies. Slowly, with the rise of fracking, scientists have noticed an increase of earthquakes 3.0 or greater. Again, from Yale Climate. The 2014 annual reviews of environment and resources paper notes that between 1967 and 2000, geologists observed a steady background rate of 21 earthquakes, 3.0 or greater, in the central United States per year. Starting in 2011, when shale gas and other conventional energy sources began to grow, the rate rose steadily, approximately to 100 earthquakes annually, with 188 in 2011 alone. Now, there are both positives and negatives to fracking, both good and bad for both our economy and for our environment. And that's it. Is that 5 minutes?